Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of your networking guru. Welcome back to Women Up Hawaii online training. Really happy to have you, and this training is going to be really fast. So we're going to go over the last 2 of the 7 parts of Unleashing Your Networking Guru, and then we're going to go into some really quick Women Up Hawaii updates for our upcoming event on July 19th, which is Friday. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap of what we went through in part 1. So part 1, we went over building relationships first, the power of giving, showing up. Part 2, we did the buddy factor and the follow-through formula. And today we're going to go over what I call mahalo, 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 and number 7, volunteering. And then we're just going to go over a little bit of rinse and repeating. So if I forget my PowerPoint skills, they're not the greatest. Okay, here we go. Number 6 is what I call the power of saying thank you. So when we were young, being raised, everybody, our parents always told us to say thank you, please and thank you. And it sounds really silly, but it's just a simple reminder that in networking, when people pass you relationships or are open to creating new, passing referrals, and are open to creating new relationships with you, it's always great to send a thank you. And a really simple thank you can help to generate deeper relationships, open up further communication, and help you to build on your next referral. Today, we have so much going on in our lives that a simple thank you sometimes is, we forget it, we forget about it. And I know I'm very guilty of that. Like, I'll be invited to a really amazing networking event or a meeting, and then once you get to that event, you cultivate and create these new relationships, and then you forget to say thank you to the person that invited you. So just put that in the back of your mind, that it's always important to send a little thank you. And then my next tip is, and I learned this the really hard way, and I think that you can probably take this and put it into all kinds of different relationships, but it's great to be able to ask the people that you want to thank what way they feel most appreciated, whether that's through written words like a card, or whether that's through taking them to coffee or dinner, or something else. I mean, who knows what it is. Maybe somebody's like, oh, I really love it when people post thank yous on my Facebook wall. I don't know. That's a silly example, but the point is to try to be specific and to be a good listener. So when you're engaging in these new relationships and cultivating your networking sphere of influence, it's great to pay attention to the way that people like to feel appreciated. You'll be surprised at how much that can make a difference in how willing somebody is to open up their network to you. And the last thing in this is that there's a magic of 3. So if you can say thank you 3 times in 3 different ways, opportunities happen faster and in more deeper ways that you could probably imagine. So pay attention to who's helping you to make connections, how they're helping you to make connections, and offer a simple thank you. And it goes both ways really as well too. So that's the power of saying thank you, which ties in greatly to volunteering. And this goes back to number 1 in part 1 of Unleashing Your Networking Guru, and it's the power of giving. So volunteering is, one, it's just great for your soul. I think that we get very busy in being busy and forget that we can create time to give back, and it's very important. So giving back your time is often more valuable, I think, than giving of your finances, because for us, especially nowadays, time is so, it's the one thing that you can't ever get back. So if you can find opportunities in your local Chamber of Commerce or in networking groups or at events that you can give of yourself in whatever special skill or talent that you have, that opens up another sphere that you can be involved in. So think about that and how you can get engaged in affairs that matter to your heart and volunteer. Volunteering is probably one of the best ways to create a larger sphere of influence. And then the last one is connecting with those people who you share in, and we talked about this in number 1, so this is kind of like a do-over, but when you can connect with other people who share the same values as you, you further develop that relationship and you kind of peel back those layers of the onion to really be able to network on more of a solid foundation. And that's pretty much it. We went through building relationships, the power of giving, how showing up is 80% of success. 20% I really feel like is deciding where you need to show up to. The universe basically takes care of the rest. The buddy factor, so other people like to refer to it as networking up, and that's huge. Once you can get to that level of networking, you'll drastically improve your business. The follow-through formula, something that I confessed I struggle with, and that through technology and through just some few simple things that we create as a habit can become very effective. And then the 2 things that I just went over, saying thank you and saying thank you often, try to do it 3 times and try to be very specific as to what the other person needs in order to feel appreciated. And then the last one is volunteering. Find something, a cause, an organization that you want to partner with and that you want to volunteer with, and make a difference. It'll do a gazillion more things for yourself than it will for anything else. So it's a great way to feed your soul. Networking gurus are givers. You learn to value relationships. You have a plan and you connect with people on multiple layers, which is part one of the things that you can really just give from your heart. So I think that at the end of everything, it really does just come down to that. I'm super happy that you guys joined me for part 1, 2, and 3. I'm sorry that part 3 was not live, but I just wanted to be able to get this content out to you. So if you have any questions, you guys post in the Q&A. I put it up in our Q&A section of Women Up Hawaii, and tell me more about what you want to learn and how we can become more engaged. Over the last 3 weeks, we've had more members raise their hand and say, hey, I can talk on this topic, or hey, I can speak on this. And, you know, I love that. And so we're going to put together some more amazing free trainings for you guys. July 19th, you guys get your tickets today. It's going fast. We are definitely going to sell out. The facility only holds so many people, and the seats are going fast. So I wanted to give you a heads up. 5 to 6 p.m. we're having an open bar registration and open networking. Come and get all your name tags and all that kind of stuff, and then, you know, have a few cocktails and meet and greet everybody. I think that's enough time so that we can start on time. The program will start at 6:30 promptly. Doors will close. We'll go to 8:30. You'll get motivated, inspired. You'll connect on many multiple layers like we just talked about. And we've got some great guest speakers, so look for that email. It's coming soon. I'm putting it together. We'll wrap up about 8:30 to 9 o'clock. We'll close the silent auction, give away raffles, prizes, all that kind of good stuff. And then you'll have some more time at the end of the official program to kind of connect more. We will have a panel discussion, so we'll have open Q&A, and we'll all just kind of get together and talk story. This is going to be fabulous. It's a fresh new group, and we're all excited to just meet everybody. So you can get your tickets today at Women Up Hawaii first-event.eventbrite.com. Mahalo nui from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, everybody, for being so engaged and supporting us and loving our community and growing it and sharing it with your friends. I will see you guys on July 19th. Have a good one.